Hello? Hello. Hello, hello. How are you? Hello. How are you? Hello, hello. How are you? There it is, right there. Seems to work perfectly fine. All right. So I don't have long, but I do have a video coming out in 2 minutes. The video coming out in 2 minutes is that. Also, not faceless. I'm a real person, just a little wet. Need a shower because it's been hot as heck all day. You could probably use a shave too. I don't know. It sounds like sandpaper. Anyway, yeah. If you're out there, drop a like, say hello, ask me a question. I answer questions. Sometimes I don't always have the answers. Sometimes I have good answers. Sometimes I have bad answers. I'm a regular person. Anyway, I do have, as the title would suggest, a drink here. Have a drink. Normal. And that is it. Ooh, the last of the petty cash. So what? Video for this up at 6:30. It's coming. I'm like, dang, oh crap. But the reason why I'm kind of doing this whole hand thing right now is because you look at this set. It's literally a small Thanos riding around on an infinity gauntlet. He's like, I'm just gonna ride around on this infinity gauntlet. I'm Thanos. Come on, come on, sit in there. I'm Thanos. I mean, like, okay, so like here's the big Thanos, and here's like infinity gauntlet Thanos. I don't know. Kind of interesting if you ask me. Anyway, I guess this was $40 and now it's $19.99. I'd rather pay $19.99. Why wasn't the price of it $19.99 to begin with? I don't know, but inflations and like tax problems and people like deciding people need to pay more. What's up, 9 people? How you doing? Drop a like. Thanks for being here. But since it's clearance season, and I just what I did today was I woke up late, really nice. Corbin Guest returns. It's the return, turn. What is up is I have a Lego set to assemble. I got it the other day. Sanic. I know I got like Sonic in a car around here somewhere. I think he's on Bricksburg. One's like the cheap one, like $10. I always buy the cheap stuff. So like, it's like someone asked me why I wouldn't buy, or I don't buy like a bunch of big sets, because like small sets are like a quicker, faster kind of dopamine hit in my brain. I don't know how to explain it. It means like I have this little thing. It takes time and effort, and then but you have to like kind of stop trying to like put the thing together, and just like put it together, like enjoy the moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Corbin, you doing all right, man? Yeah, and I paid, I think $20 for that. I paid $20 for that. Paid $20 for this. I got this guy for $27, and that's the first. That's coming soon. Yeah, actually, it's interesting. I have when he's off, he has like the like dead eyes, you know, like it's me, Mario. It's like, I'm alive, I swear. Ah, you know, like that kind of thing. Like, and then I also got this for $12 up there because, like, I don't know, like, there's a guy who goes up there and he's just not into the same things as I am, right? He like collects like the Harry Potter stuff, And what he'll do is he'll take all of the sets and he'll put them all down at the end of an aisle where they put all the clearance stuff in the store, and he'll just shoot me a picture of it now. But yeah, that one was 27 and this one's 12. And yeah, this one was $20. And $20 ain't bad. It's clearance season, okay? So like the way I look at it, okay, eventually they're gonna have to get rid of sets. So the last few sets I bought off clearance, I got this one at Walmart for 45 or 40, no, 41. This was half price at Walmart for $50. Right? And where's the other one? I like this set a whole lot. It's right here behind me. It's this one I bought for $41. And this one had the Iron Man I needed for the armory to be complete. So yeah, you know, I have a lot of hobbies, right? Like here you go. I love that show Star Wars Rebels when it came out, so I bought pretty much, I think there's one set I didn't buy. I bought this, I bought the Ghost, and I bought the other one. Hello, every bee. What up? Hello, every bee. Hello, every bee. Hi. Anyway, yeah. I just did a video on this. No one watched it, really. I mean, 50 people watched it. That's not no one, so. But yeah, I've got the Ghost, and I've got Ezra's shuttle, or whatever. Actually, hey, it's right here. Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, I got this. This is all packed up into bags. It's got that Zeb minifigure that everyone really wants from, like, that Mandalorian ship nowadays. This one hasn't come out yet, but, you know, I try to stay away from, like, kind of just doing the same set of sets. Like, I kind of had to do it when I did Avatar, because that's only 2 sets, and I kind of had to when I did, like, I don't know, like anything that's old, like Atlantis or whatever, you kind of want to group those together. Also, I've got, like, a slew of, like, stuff I've written down. I've been watching a lot of movies lately, so movie reviews are coming back. I bought a couple tools, so you're gonna get a couple of tool reviews. So if anyone's confused, that's the old channel, the same channel. But yeah, I am here, however, like I said, to build Cyclone versus Metal Sonic. Yeah, wow. Okay, so, and paper bags. Paper bags. The one thing I don't like about paper bags, and I'm okay with it, right? Diamonds in my chat, y'all. Diamonds is in my chat. Bam, bam. What's up, Diamonds? Long time no talk, bro. Hey. Sorry, I didn't mean to burp, but like it felt like it was the perfect time to make it into a hey. But yeah, there's a new video up. I'm live right now, so hopefully people are gonna come hang. And I think I've explained this before. I have the way I build Legos against the table, I have this old Taco Bell tray. It's from like 1999 or 2000, I don't know. Hold on, is there a date on it? Made in Canada, 2008. Made in Canada. And yeah, I have this, like, I don't know, what is this about? Why do YouTubers like... People used to ask me why I have, like, long nails, and I was like, I literally said to people, it's usually to take Lego apart. Alright, it's a 2-bag project. We've got big bag number 1 and big bag number 2. Which one should I start with, people? I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Also, I don't like these pull tab things, so I just have a pair of scissors to... Because why invent scissors, right, when no one has them? I mean, really, like, you're getting to the mission. You're doing the delivos. Shit. Bro. They're not expensive. I just grow them out, and then when they break, I trim them. Like, when one breaks, I trim all of the rest. Literally, my trimmers are around here somewhere. I use them to open up Lego boxes. Like a buddy of mine used to have like a nickname for me. Like whenever he'd be like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get this thing open or whatever," I'd be like, and he's like, "Dude, your name is Fingernails of Doom, bro." I'm like, "All right, I'm Fingernails of Doom." Hey, yes, look at that double tail. Okay, you know what that looks like, right? Anyway, so that's not why it got popular. I don't know. I mean, I think it's popular because someone out there thought it was like soothing or cool or something. I don't know. All right, look, hey, I've put together Miles' tails. Apparently, he needs accessories. I haven't opened the accessories bag. Let's snipes. Look, if you ever try to work on Lego, it's actually better if you do something like this. By the way, Thanos, go home. He lives up there. He's in there. It's like, I'm Thanos. Check out my Infinity Gauntlet whip ride. I'm gonna finger walk on the Captain America. No, I'm not gonna do that. Oh yeah. You know how I got good at this? Sorting change, doing retail. Yeah. Everyone knows like the method, right? Where you like kind of like separate out the nickels, dimes, and quarters. I do it by color. I don't know. And you know, someone told me once that takes the fun out of it, and I was like, "What are you talking about? The ability to know where everything is? That's kind of fun, actually." I mean, I don't want to sound like a megalomaniacal person. Ah, look at that, big words, people. But no, knowing where my schniz is not a bad deal. Okay. All right, we're almost there. Boom. And I also told my kid, like, if you ever like want to fix something in your house, right, and you don't know how to fix it, right, the first thing you do is you organize your tools, so you know where all your tools are. Second thing you do is you organize all your parts, so you know where your parts are, even if they're not perfect, even if they're not like completely laid out in some perfect, excellent fashion. It literally adds, yeah, it's more fun. Yeah. 2 chicken legs. What are you talking about? I got chicken legs. Man, I look like a turkey leg when I lay straight on the ground. Like, I'm fat. It's okay. Well, and I think like here's the other thing. It's like it adds to the amount of time that you spend on the set, which ultimately adds to the enjoyment of it. What's up, hobby guy? M7B. Shout out to hobby guy M7B. I don't know you, but like it's nice to. Actually, I think I've seen you. I've seen you around here. Come on. I've seen. Yeah, I've seen you. I've seen. No, okay. It's over it. We're over it. It's good to see you again. All right. All right. Yeah, these are not as big of a deal to me. Like a lot of this stuff is, you know, you want to pull brackets, anything Technic, you know, anything yellow, anything like specific colors, and then kind of just group things together. Honestly, like a lot of this stuff is really easy for me to see right here. So, double mint gum. Okay, so we are placing bricks against bricks. Yeah, so today I woke up, I did a bunch of stuff. I jacked up the rear end that I ripped out of I got to like replace all of the stuff I ripped out of the truck. And I took that up to the old junkyard, which so it might be a day or so, but you might see like shots from a junkyard and talking about how it used to be really cool and now it's like crappy. Yeah, and my overall opinion on paper bags is it's fine as long as you have a bright light to kind of like shine it against so that you can tell you got all the pieces out. It's my only qualm is they're not clear. But one day, hopefully in the future, we will all develop the ability to create something that is made of paper but is also mostly transparent or completely clear. I don't know. I think it's believable. It's something we could do. If we can make like paper bags for film that don't crinkle and make noise, It's true. So I was watching Air. If anyone's ever seen that movie Air on Amazon, I watched it a few times. But like I'm literally watching it, and like I grew up in like part of the '80s, right? I remember a lot of shit from when I was young, and like that really evokes those memories for me. I don't know what it does or how they did it, but it's pretty good. Mostly because like all those dudes grew up in that era. They're like, man, we got this is a wrong chip bag, you know. Although putting modern Hostess cakes on there was a little bit of a takeaway for me. Anyway, if anyone's got a question or anything, you know, I'm here to answer. Ask, hey, am I the jerk? I don't know, like one of those old Reddit questions. Am I the jerk? My mom and dad, they both want to punch you in the face. What? By the way, that's an actual person, an actual thing that happened to me once. Like, my mom and dad hate you. Why? They just want to punch you in the face or something. All right. Well, maybe we shouldn't date. All right, cool. Sweet consensus. So, yeah, we're building some sort of stick, and I'm guessing that this is going to be the main body of this, right? Because there's not enough here that I can see out of these pieces to make the legs. So I'm guessing the legs is in bag 2. Also, something I'll do, if I ever build a mech here, something I do is I build left and right at the same time. I don't know if that's just something I do, but if you do it, please just say yes. I totally build a mech's left and right arm at the same time because they're identical. Same with legs. All right, so just need to look at this against the photo, or the rendering, I should say. It's not a photograph, it's a rendering. Yeah, it looks about right. All right. We're on step 10. Let's go for a cheers. There's still more there. There's still more. I didn't drink all that. Drink responsibly, people. It's water, I swear. No, it's not. It's totally not water. Okay, and here at the heart, there is a green emerald. Yep. So anyway, I don't know why I dwelled on that. It's kind of fun. The one thing I gotta say about Legos, they always put like weird little Easter eggs that you never really see from the outside of things, and I like that. It's always been fun. It hasn't been like till recently that they do it like a lot more, but like, you know, back in the days, you'd occasionally get one where it had like a little Easter egg to another set in it. All right, with this and this, boom, and then I've got a steering wheel to put right here. See, I'm telling you, that's the front of the model. It's the back of the model. It's pretty easy. This is one of the reasons why I like. This is the reason I like building like stuff like this, or Lego in particular, is because, right, like as a kid, okay, and I have a background in engineering, like science, you know, and engineering. I'm not very good at math, so like I have to like kind of do everything on the fly in my brain. And what usually happens with that is like someone says build a ramp, and I was like, well, what are the parameters of building the ramp, right? Like, how do I build the ramp? But in my mind, I have a ramp that sits on its own, right? So it's got like 2x4s or some structural this way, metal, whatever, okay? And then it's got structure going up. Now, the weight of the person standing on the structure should supply the dynamic the dynamic pressure of using the handrail. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like I've been around. Hey, what's up, Price Anderson? Oh my god. Yeah. Price. How do you get the Carnegie Hall? You pay the right price, Anderson. You pay the right price. Okay, sorry. My bad. Yeah, I've actually been trying to clean out the garage. I want to do some like old school style videos. And when I say old school, I mean like 6 months ago. It's kind of funny like that. But yeah, and I love printed bricks. Printed bricks is the best thing. That's why I buy these. Say 4 plus. Excuse me, man, burping all the time. Yeah, where is hold on. What? Oh, hold on. Wait, I got it. Nope, nope. Wrong one. Okay, where is there it is. There it is. There is. It is. Yeah, how you doing, Price? You been slaying it and paying it? What are you up to, bro? Like doing your work, doing the Lord's work, doing monkey's work, doing man's work. I don't know. Yeah, it's cool, dude. I'll be here for a little bit. I just like I said. Normally, I like to be like just like my quiet time. Like don't mess with me, kind of deal, right? But no, like I figured just do it and figure it out for yourself. You know, like for me, you know, not you guys. You guys can come and go as you please. You know what I'm saying? I have no issues with that. Yeah. I also build a page at a time sometimes, which is it's not ideal. I do skip things occasionally, which is something I'm working on. Just double checking and looking at things. Yeah, it's the front of it. Going through some health stuff. Yeah, hey, dude, my hold on, my friend was going through some stuff, and he had something similar to what I had, where like you can't pump blood up through your legs and stuff because he works on his feet for like 14 or whatever hours a day, and what we did is he and I like kind of got him to a place now, like because he had thrown his back out, he'd messed up his leg, severe sciatica, like he had like an S curve in his spine, and now he's like writing books and stuff, and he's making good money at it. He's an what do you call it, an underwriter, where you like write the manual how to, like they give you a new product and you write the manual. Yeah. So you know, I'm telling you, like even if the worst were to happen to me, I understand acutely that until I'm dead, right, there is always an option, you know, to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? And like people frequently want to pretend like they're like, you know, any big setback is like a bad thing, but in reality it makes you work hard. It does, right? I'm not gonna say it's a great thing because I would have just loved if like I never had a setback or anything, you know, but reality is you get the setbacks. You don't go after a problem saying that you own it. You go after a problem saying you can repair it or you can fix it. I think that's the one thing that I like people appreciate about me. And then so I did a mailbox repair, and it wasn't a lot of repair. Actually, I want to go back in about a year and like do it all again, paint it again, so the work stays up. So I put it in my calendar a year from now, and you know, I'll go out there, I'll look at it, I'll paint it a little bit, and then I'll tell the lady that I had just done an uptick on it, because she handed me 25 extra bucks, right? I'm like, that means I owe you, right? Like, I don't know, like I went and I caulked the guy's bathroom. By the way, I've got a caulking tool, and there's some screwdrivers I want to buy soon, and but like I had the caulking tool, and I've had this stupid thing for like 5 years, right? I've had like multiple of them, right? And it's just like that cheap caulking tool that like is made of plastic with a little slidey bit and it's just a piece of crap. And so I was like, man, I'm gonna get a new caulking tool. So I looked at the weirdest stuff I could find. And y'all know me, like if you've watched, you know that I'm gonna find something weird to make a video about, because normal shit is nice, and having an opinion on anything normal, hey, I like a hammer. That's fine. But no, like a weird tool that might actually make sense for your life. Because I have a lot of them that just make sense in my life. Like someone asked me why the tool reviews went away. I was like, they haven't really gone away. I just haven't had money or time to buy a tool, and no need to buy a new tool. But peeling up caulk is something I do a lot, and I'd rather see if I can find a good tool to do that with. And if not, I'm gonna find the like kind of jankiest, craziest thing I could possibly find. Sorry, I'm wiping my face off. It's hot up here. It's not. It's like 78, but it's in the attic. So, and I got to replace my AC soon. Anyway, yeah, dude. The reality price is like I've always been a Lego person. I think the tools are secondary to that. I think the one thing I was like focused on a lot when I started the channel was doing work and getting work done. And no, I'll go back to tools. I'm just saying like right now, like I did a video on a screwdriver, right? And it's right here. It's the Klein 14-in-1, the 32314 14-in-1 multi-driver bit set. All in one. You know, it's one of these like things you got to keep all the pieces together, right? And this has served me very well as a precision screwdriver for every issue I've had, including taking light bricks apart and everything. So, like, why would I go and buy another 5 or 6 precision screwdrivers when I don't have the money, right? And honestly, I'm doing one video a day right now because I don't really have the time because it's like the summer. It's you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? MA backwards N with a little whoop on top, OP92. I guess that is some sort of like language that I don't understand. What's up, my friend? How are you? But yeah, this has been great for me. I bought it, I think 6 months ago. It's replaced every, like, you know, those little kits you have? It's replaced all of that for me. So, I mean, I probably might want to talk about, like, I've seen another one. I just couldn't find it. But, like, it has, like, I think 20-in-1, which would be a little bit nicer. But whatever. You know, it's... What's up, Anthony Smith? Shout out Anthony Smith. -74Q. What's up? Hi. He says hi. Yeah, you know, a little bit, a little bit from yesterday. Kenny got out of jail. But yeah, I've been enjoying clearance season. I had to fix my truck, so I missed part of it. It's okay. I might have actually hit it kind of right at the perfect time because I've been getting really good sets lately. Yeah, that's how I've accumulated all the Lego that you see on the channel. It's the same way with the tools. So the reason I have so many tools is because my dad had a gigantic toolbox that I eventually will inherit. And then I have a gigantic toolbox, which is all mobile, like cheap tools, right? And then, yeah. So like it's a good place too. Like mechanical engineers and mechanics and engineers, they all kind of like really gravitate towards Lego stuff, and it's kind of just the way I think too at this point in my life. Like, how do I approach things from like a Lego set, right? Like, because a Lego set can teach you a lot of things. It can teach you tolerances and like how things bend, here I can put these 2 bricks together, right, like that, and they still stick. Because the tolerance level on one brick or on one stud and one capture stud or one anti-stud is perfect, pretty much. It's the perfect amount. Look. You see what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah, I am putting together Sonic the Hedgehog set. We got Miles, Tails, Prowler. Yes, I know his last name. And I can say with all complete conviction, thanks for the 5 people here, 5 likes. Cheers. Drink water or drink responsibly. Don't be like that guy from Airplane who like splashes water in his eye. Telling you. A multi-driver doing disc brakes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about changing out the actual discs, not the calipers. You have to like break the stupid T30. Yeah, T30. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like, here's the thing I do, right? Like, when I want to buy a bit, right? I mean, I'm going to spend $5, right? So I just go on Amazon. I just buy like a big set of them. Now that has netted me the idea that if I need one and I'm in the field, I can't just order it from Amazon. So I buy them on site or out in the field every once in a while. I try to keep my bits very organized nowadays because that costs a lot of money. But literally don't care because like it's such a negligible cost compared to how much money I'm being paid for the job typically, that I don't think about it like that anymore. All right, hold on, I missed the step. We're there. Okay. This these 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. Sorry, I am burping right now. I did have Burger King, unfortunately, today. It wasn't the worst thing in my life, and it's also still amazingly consistently the like same kind of flavor I remember as a child. So I'm guessing they haven't really changed much out there, but dang man, you don't see a lot of them anymore. It's like Hardee's, dude. I have to drive like 10 minutes to get to a Hardee's. That's a Carl's Jr. if you're in America on the West Coast. Yeah. Dude, hey, look, hey. Like, I'm saying, you're slaying, it's cool. I'm slaying like a mofo. Dude, I'm buying $20 clearance Lego sets like, like I'm like, bow, down, pow, pow, pow. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it rain, bro. But I'm not, I don't know, I'm choosing the right things to buy, I think, in my mind. Because I always wanted I always want Marvel. Marvel is something I think I'll always buy until I die. They owe me nothing, and they own me till I'm dead. I'm sorry that I have to be a Disney boy to do that. But I'm okay. Like, I actually like Disney movies too. Like, I mean, when I was growing up, right? Like, Disney movies were cool. Like, and if you knew Disney movies, you knew you got in good with chicks and shit. Like, chicks love Disney movies, right? So, like, yeah, just I don't know, figure it out for your particular world and lifestyle or whatever, and then work it, right? Hey, I've never seen Moana, but I did see Frozen. Frozen was not a bad movie for a Disney movie. I thought it was a little contrived, a little like too much, but whatever, like, dude, they're gonna go to the well at Disney. They're gonna try to say, I haven't seen Moana actually, but hey, I did buy a Disney set, on clearance at Dollar General, $18. Actually, I paid $16 for it. It's Disney Little Mermaid, so. Yeah, and why do I buy this stuff? So I would tell you, number one, this little key is one of the best tools that you can use. This is one of the greatest Lego tools I've made ever. Also, I really like this particular series. I bought a couple of them off thrifts, right? Like in a thrift store, but it's a book, right? And here you go. Hold on. Hey, dude, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's a book, right? But it's got this key. And you put the key in there, you turn the key, right? And then you open it up. It's like a Polly Pocket or a Mighty Max or something, right? It's all like micro size. Look at it was a Ariel right there. Look at Ariel. She's like tiny, dude. Like, I can barely even. Hold on. I'm trying to get it in my stupid hand, like a gigantic freaking. Like. I have giant friggin' hands, so like holding something like this is not easy. But yeah, dude. I like these these like micro figures, or they're not micro. But yeah, there's Ursula, and then here's the prince or whatever. I don't remember the name of things. I do remember I watched this movie a couple times, and the only thing I thought was alright about it was kind of like the music and stuff. Like Under the Sea, was a pretty good one. Is that Harry Belafonte too? Like, that's all I'm saying, like. But yeah, you close it up. It's a book. I know I've got another one around here, right? Jaden Plays. Did you have a different name? the last time you showed up, or hold on, let me look at your channel. Go to channel. Oh yeah, no, I think I remember you. Yeah, Jaden Vibes. That's what I'm talking. That's what I remember. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, it's not perfect, and it's not Total Recall. It's like I get names. Like I was terrible at names my entire life, so I try to make sure I remember names. But yeah, there's only a few stickers. There's a lot of printed stuff, and then hey, actually no. Price. Here's a okay. You got a daughter. There's a friend set out right now. It's a plastic house that you can like make your own. And I'm gonna buy one, right? Like, dude, there's like because in the Marble City there is a friend set that's like the convenience store or whatever in that. Because I try to like, I try not to like sit here and be like, Friends is not real Lego. Like it's got the Lego logo on it, dude. Just buy it and enjoy it. Dude. Sometimes it's got like the coolest like printed bricks. There's a lot of printed bricks in it. That's another thing I like to say. There is a lot of stickers in those too. So if you're not a fan of stickers, maybe just put it together without them. But yeah, these are just innovative, interesting, cool. Like I remember this is kind of the evolution of a line. Hold on, I gotta be right back. Yeah, it's about $50, but it comes with all the stuff to customize 4 levels of the house. It's really cool. I'm looking for this piece that I own. I saw it recently. I'm in a pretty big room. Hold on. If you couldn't tell from the spatial audio of me walking around in it. There's so many Lego sets I need to do something on. No, all right. So anyway, they did used to make these little tiny sets, right? And they were like vignettes, and they had these little tiny figurines and little doll figurines. And I guess they're micro dolls is what you call it, because mini dolls is the other name for like the figures or whatever that they create. But there was a like a series where all the figurines were like that, right? And everyone had a room or whatever, and it was an interesting set. I don't know. Part of my problem is like, I'm interested in a set and then I'll let it kind of sit there and languish in my brain. And then when it goes on sale, I'll just buy it, screw it. Just buy it. It's on sale or it's on clearance. Clearance, like I said, this is a $40 kids set. Look at that. $40? Is that really the price of this thing? But $19.99 is the price it should be. To be real, it's plastic. And here's the best part. Here's my argument for that on Lego stuff, okay? Right, someone's like, hey man, you shouldn't buy so much plastic or whatever, right? It's more about this, right? It's the plastic should endure, it should be fine. But like Lego's problem right now is that they have a reputation of creating basically like a great product that works when you buy it and destroys itself as it gets older. As opposed to 1980s petroleum-based figurines, the new ones just don't hack it. They don't stand up to the old. So you gotta like, spring for things that collectors do, like like cold storage or whatever. It's just, man, it's like I like the paper bags, but it's another step in the way of them kind of getting cheaper and cheaper. And I'll be real, I've got a lot of alternate like Lego sets that I actually enjoy a little bit more than some of these. I hate to be the guy who's like, yeah, Lego's just like failing me as like an adult. Yeah, I know, exactly. Dude, what did they do? Did they like put it in the same place as like freaking Sylvester Stallone, right? In Demolition Man? Demolition Man, I just woke up. Cheers. That's good stuff. I call that getting loose juice. All right. How do I get loose? I turn on the juice and see what shakes loose. No, Beetlejuice? Beetle. No, not gonna say it 3 times. All right. Maybe I will say it 3 times. I don't know. I'm crazy. I'll do anything to summon a I don't know what is he again? He's like a real life or the Exorcist of the living or whatever. Hold on, I gotta pay attention for just a second. What direction? Not that direction. That's not gonna work. It's got to be this direction. Hold on. Gotta make sure. Yes, it is. We got it. We're good. Like, this is why I like putting Lego sets together. It's because like every piece seems like such an accomplishment. Especially while you're drinking. It's not built into the design of building a Lego set. It's built into the design of the stream. I chuckle. I chortle at my former self. I was prone to take a nip here and there. But I've recused myself of that old life. I simply snooted here and there. Yes, very good. Dude, so when I was a kid and I was like, I was doing rap and stuff, right? Someone said, yo man, I want to know what this line means. And I said, what's the line? He goes, it says, set to a national standard, like British banter, canter can't control, chords get tripped upon, right? And he's like, specifically, what is that about? And I said, read it to me again, because like, tell me what you think it means, right? Because I was more interested in what he thought it means, because I know exactly what it means. That set to a national standard, like British banter, right? Chords get tripped upon. Okay, that's just me like tripping on a chord, just some random thought there, right? And like using the idea of like banter, and then canter is like another thing that is kind of like, in the conversational sphere, you know what I'm saying? And like he was like, dude, how do you come up with this stuff? I was like, I really don't know. It's okay, it's fine, I said, like, the problem most people have is they think that language works a certain way, and they're not wrong, but they're also not right. It's like this, right? If I was just like, and then I rub my belly, you'd know what the fuck I meant, because it's a language. It's just not like, a spoken one, It's like I used to date this girl. She was ASL. She was like partially hey, don't tell me I'm right on, dude. Dude, just be like, yeah, man, I get it. Because I'm tired of people saying I'm right. Like, even when I'm wrong, right, and I tell people, well, I don't know, so I won't tell you yes or no, then they're like, oh, you're right. I was like, no, I actually don't know, so I'm not right at all. It's like, okay. I pay a lot more attention than most people do in 5 seconds than people have in 5 years. So, and it's not my fault. It's just who I am. So, yeah. I am going to finish this part, and I got to run downstairs and pee in the room, the water closet room, where people go to pee in the water closet room. You get what I'm saying? There was a Sonic set that I really wanted to get. I just didn't have the money to buy it ever. It was like the plane from Sonic 2 or whatever. This kind of reminds me of that. Maybe I could just use another set and do planes or something. I don't know. I know I saw Sonic, like, I hadn't picked up Lego for a couple years at some point. Because, like, I just was, like, working hard and, like, I don't know, man. I was going crazy. What's up, Doggy? What up, Jack Osley? I am alright. I am like Kenny Loggins. I'm alright. Don't nobody worry about me. I just got to pee. Really freaking bad. Got to pee. Yeah, I think the worst part is occasionally I'll come back and be like, man, I'm super depressed now. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. I'm not manic or nothing. I just like, I don't know. Like, someone asked me once if I've ever done cocaine. I was like, yeah. I did it for about 6 months, and I realized that it was going to make my heart explode if I kept doing it. So let's not do that. Also, I remember around that time I was like lifting weights and stuff. Man, that was like contributing to the problem. All right, I'm pretty impressed by this build already. This is just some kid's like Sonic toy, and I'm just like, man, there's some really cool little like details on this thing that I just, man, that's a pretty complex and cool build. And remember, there was that Chaos Emerald in there. Yeah, Chaos Emerald. It fuels everything in there, and it's a Chaos Emerald. You see? Hard to see. It's out of focus. It's out of focus. All right. Toss that in there. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 Caliloo. That's a quote from a movie. All right, so I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. Hold on. With ha. And you made yourself. Was that like a double peak? Look, come on, man. What? No, it's tally. Or no, it's like Calilo hoo hoo. Like Calilo hoo hoo. It's a reference from a movie that I love. It involves a penguin and hallucinations, if that helps. It's Caldilio hoo hoo or something. Caldilio hoo hoo. Caldilio hoo hoo. Anyway, slide. So why don't you slide? Man, that's not a bad idea. Anyone out there wants to do like a 1980s rendition of that song by the Goo Goo Dolls, Slide? That's a pretty good idea. You know? Just do it like I just did it. You know, like with like synthesizers and stuff. Yeah, it'd be cool. All right, so I'm guessing this is a gun because that's gun shaped, right? And they're giving me, man, this is a kid's set, right? Okay, it's got a gun. It's got a gun. What does it shoot? Does it shoot bullets? Man, I'm a little disappointed. Kid stuff. And where's the bullets? Where's the bull hips? Where's the bullets? There's no bullets to shoot out of it. At least in the Mario Karts, they gave you shells to shoot. Anyway, I'm guessing it possibly, maybe in the next bag. Okay, so explanation. Okay, take any of the old bags, right? So when I was a kid, reduce, reuse, then recycle, right? Reduce by reusing. Right, so here's all the extra parts, including some accessories that probably could, like, you know, leave out, but I'm just going to toss them in this bag. Now, normally what I do is I'd fold it over and I'd melt it with a lighter. But these paper bags are pretty good, so you can actually kind of do this. And the other thing I've noticed is, like, it's not waxed, but it's, like, plasticized in some way. It's not full paper, okay? Like, it's paper made out of, like, plastics or something. But that stays pretty consistently good right there, you know? You know, I'm throwing it around. It's fine. You know, you're not going to lose pieces if it's kicking around that box for 10 years. Hopefully. Hopefully. Don't take my word for it. I've never done this thing with paper bags, so. Okay. We have Metal Sonic coming up. I have to take a short recess. I need to run. I've been holding it for too long. Hold on, I'm just gonna find the stupid box. There's the box. Boom. Right. We're gonna do this, and then I will be right back. I I also have the phone on me, so I will return. Send. All right. So, got a couple of things to tell you. It's true, but I gotta finish this Lego set, and I'm gonna explain some things in a minute. But I went down, had to run to the garage, okay, and I did find this. That is a thrifted hammer shot with a custom grip. Something I used to do a lot for people, but not so much anymore. But yeah, I never liked the grip on this, so I've got my own customs. Usually I'll do I can do a bespoke one where like your finger grips, I can do it like to a certain hand size and all that. So yeah. All right. Corbin Guest just commented that said we get another stream. That's cool. Thank you, Corbin. Thank you. So, all right, Corbin. It's funny actually. I was thinking about Corbin. Recently, I was watching all of the Major League movies. You ever seen those movies? The Major League movies, man. Got Corbin Burnson in all 3 or 4 of them, or 3 of them. But I even watched Back to the Majors, or Back to the Minors with Scott Bakula. It was not bad. Like, honestly, for like crappy, like, I've heard this movie's crappy. It's not that crappy. It's actually pretty decent. It's just like a movie, like when they didn't have to like spend $1 billion to make a movie, right? And I like old movies like that, where they like it's like it did this on like $5 million or whatever. I don't know. Like Clerks is like a big inspiration for making any video in my life. Yeah, and I'm drinking Coca-Cola, original taste. It's not classic, but whatever. And I'm drinking my scotch out of a Coca-Cola glass because I'm out of vodka and I am now on scotch. So I can't hide it. It's not water. It's definitely yellow water. It's Goonies water from the Goonies. Cheers. And I would buy that Goonie set, but I just can't afford anything really. I mean, that's not true. I can buy like when my last orange shirt got super soiled, and I was just like, just throw it away. I bought this one, and it's starting to get there too. You can see it's a giant soil mark. My dad said to me once, like, put on some grubbies. And I was like, Dad, all my damn clothes are grubs. Anyway, so we're on bag 2 of the Sonic the Hedgehog set. Now, here's what we have so far. It's a fuselage with no legs and Miles Tails Prowler. This kind of kills me, right? This gets it, right? He has short legs. That's why he has to fly with the 2 tails. It's like, I'm flying. Anyway. Hopefully he fits right there. All right, we're good. All right, so what movie are you working on? Right now, I'm actually writing some stuff. Just not. I don't know. Like, it's a pipe dream, but like, if anyone wanted to like shoot me money to develop ideas, I could help them. I used to work out in Wilmington here and there, and God, it's been like 5 years now. One of the things I did was a story consultant on some things. Nothing you guys would really like. I remember there was one I did story consultant on a show about being tall. And I don't know if they made the show or not, but like, like they wanted like tall people ideas. And then I was a story consultant on a a show about growing up in North Carolina, because I'm actually like, I'm not like a tenured like historian or about it or anything, but I know a lot about the area. So like today I went out to the junkyard to dump off a bunch of stuff, and we went out to this basically an old township. It's called New Light, okay? And New Light is like a town that used to exist around here, but just doesn't anymore. I don't know how to explain that any better. All right, we got Metal Sonic. Oh, wrong hole. What? What? Wrong hole, fool. Come on. Come on. Satisfying. All right. I'm not working on a movie. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not. I'll write things. I write like stories here and there. I'll like write ideas down. It's the money to develop ideas that always gets me, right? Like I've had like plenty of things that I've been involved with, plenty of people who bankrolled student ideas, projects, this and that. Some of it never saw any real actual action on the screen, so it's what it is. Even the small screen. Just being cheap and being freelance for hire means you get a lot of experience, but doesn't mean you get a lot of money. And then COVID happened. Wonderful how COVID worked. It basically destituted a lot of things in my existence. Not to mention, like, I had just come home, started a business like a few years earlier with Dad, and COVID basically almost killed that. It killed Oak City Gamers because we couldn't go to thrift stores anymore. It's like our main deal. So, I mean, I've been on YouTube for long enough to know that you can't stop making something. You just got to either shift or, like, you know, figure something out, you know? I don't know. But no, Diamonds, you working on a movie? You got like a diamond level movie, bro? What's going on? I don't know. Good question. See, now if someone's like, hey man, this is giving you insight on how my brain works, no, this is actually the cheap version of that. I will do a lot of separating and figuring stuff out, but like my brain is actually so like always thinking about something else that this actually calms me down, like separating out bricks and stuff like that. This is like one of the only calming things I get to do. And here's the funny part, okay? Like, funny enough, I put 2 whole Lego sets together before I was okay with doing this. So it not only is putting a set together on stream expensive, it's also like stressful. And why is it stressful? Because this is normally like my quiet time where like nothing's going on, or watching a movie or chilling out. But no, I'm happy to like try and adjust my life a little bit, because like I get like the algorithm doesn't do me any favors. We're already like, you know, at a good place, and people ask me why I'm not monetized. I was like, because people don't watch enough, because all I make is shorts right now. But if I had the time and money to actually sit down and edit a video like I used to, then it might actually do something. But until I have the time to do that, I'm going to promote the ability of myself to pretty much do whatever the heck I want and however the hell I want in the fashion that I appreciate the most. And that means like sometimes like moving away from like, I don't know, like people like the deep voice stuff, right? Hey, what's up, Magical? Why'd you call it? Why are you calling yourself? Should have said Magical Anderdingus. Dang it, Magical. And Lego was saying I didn't shift this channel to Legos. I just literally like Legos, or Lego. If you want to be like particular about it. Yeah, like I said, mechanics and engineering, something like STEM, like science, technology, engineering, and math. Don't say sorry. You didn't do nothing wrong, Magical. You're just magical like that. And I'm right. I know plenty of dinguses. It's all good. Here, cheers. See, like, when the streams were like me in the garage, right? Smoking cigs and like drinking and stuff, it was easy. Right? It was just easy. But it's hot outside. It's terrible hot outside. It's the worst hot in a long time outside. So right now, I'm going to tell you, that's why I'm not hanging in the garage. Even with like gigantic industrial fans that I can use. Okay, so I'm building out, I'm guessing legs. Normally I do the same thing twice. I look forward in the instructions, but I'm just here to put it together like naturally, right? Act naturally. I mean, the one good thing is I can like puff a rip up here if I really wanted to. I don't know. Andrew Dingus M4 is not a bad name. I'm not criticizing your name, Andrew Dingus. Or Magical or whatever. I don't know. Magical Dingus, anything that said magical in it. Because magical was the magical part of your name. I don't know if to explain that any better. But yeah, don't say sorry, dude. You're good. You're totally good. Like, I don't know why people, like, do that. You don't, dude. You don't offend. No one offends me. I haven't been offended since I was like 16. It's just like, and I'm in my 40s now. So go ahead, try to figure it out. See if you can offend me. Please don't, because that's just like dumb people talk. Just be smart and cool. That's the important part. And if you can't be smart and cool, be quiet so people think that you're thinking about stuff, and then you kind of like blend in as smart and cool a little bit. Man, little sprue ends on this. It's like it's not even Lego anymore. Why buy Lego anymore? Jeez. Anyway, yeah, so if anyone has a question, wants advice, I've got ideas, I've got thoughts. If anyone needs anything or has a question, I am definitely here to answer. Answer. Not answer, answer. All right, I'm starting to see it. Hold on. Because now I'm looking forward. I just want to see what's going on. I probably have to build another one of those. It's all right. I'll run standard procedure here. Okay, we need this and this. And I need to put it on this. So it's like this, right? Like, I grew up, and people would consistently and constantly think I was trying to mess with them or something, or I was being too sarcastic. And I literally try to explain to people, no, it's just the way I speak. I can't help that at all, really. I wish I could. And I've learned the art of sarcasm. It's just not always the best thing for people to think about when they think about you. So, pardon me, I didn't mean to cough so heavily there, but like I did need to clear my throat. Come on. Got you. All right. What? Man, come on. I did this wrong. Of course I did this wrong. How did I do this wrong? Come on. It's all right. I'm having a small existential crisis right now. Okay, I got it. Okay. Needs to go in like that. It needs to look like this. And it needs a ball on the back end. Gotcha. All right. No, I just, and by the way, magical, like saying that you are the guy it does help. Like that way, you know, it's not like weird or awkward. Like, hey, I'm magical. Just be like, magical. Magical. That's the piece. I'm guessing it's a leg of some sort. Or a thigh. I'm guessing it's the thigh, right? It's the thigh. It's definitely the thigh. Technic pieces. Okay. Hmm? 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 And a yellow stick and a black stick. Connect it all together and put a bunch of... Put a... seriously? Man, come on, y'all. And I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to, like, Lego. Like, what is this, Lego? Here, just put 3 consecutive cross bricks, 1x1s, right on top. Do it again. See, like, I don't like Lego sets that have an excessive amount of the same repetitive thing. I think the kid sets actually do fulfill that, even though they're a very quick build. But, you know, kid sets are kid sets, right? It's supposed to be easy. You know, it's like when you play solitaire on easy. You ever play solitaire? You play it on easy, you play it on hard, you play it with 3 cards, you play it with 2 cards. You know what I'm saying? Man, always messing it up. I'm always messing stuff up. Look at this. Always messing stuff up. Forget. I saw it. It was on there, and I just did not pay attention to it. Anyway, so yeah, I slept in. I got rid of all the trash. No, you're all right, Corbin. I did say, have you seen the Major League films with Corbin Burnson? Corbin Burnson is one of my favorite actors. He is also Sean's dad on Psych, which is a great role for him. He's kind of not as annoying as a lot of actors nowadays from that era can be. So, oh my God, come on. Is this what we're doing now? This is how we're doing it? This is, okay, no, that's cool. Actually, hold on. That's a solid leg joint right there. That's got a backup leg joint too. Nice. He played he did a lot of TV roles, but like I remember him from playing Roger Dorn in Major League, which is on YouTube right now. Major League One, like all the Major League films are on YouTube right now. I'm gonna do a video about them. I just time, effort, you know, like money, like, you know, some things take precedent over others, you know. Making videos is easy when it's Lego or it's old Lego. It's just something I'm unpacking, you know. But occasionally it's not perfect. So, like today, it's in clearance season. I want to make a bunch of money, you know, and I want to buy these clearance Legos so that like I have like cool minifigures that because like the one thing I realized about minifigures is like without thinking about it, I've made one of the best investments year over year. Do you remember buying like Lego Hobbit sets for like, you know, like half price, pennies on the dollar clearance? All the Cars 2 stuff I have were all clearance buys. Like I even remember buying like multiple, like at least 2 Maters, 3 Maters, maybe a couple of Lightning McQueens, like doubles, like the small sets. You know what I'm saying? Just so I had extra parts because I really did like those too, also. So. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time kind of like cultivating as much good crap in my life that I can sell before I die, which will happen eventually. Just right now, I think the market is good, just not perfect because no one has money. And I live on the fringe of like financial existence, so like I literally kind of like grift off the edges, but like I'm not a grifter. I just like don't want to pay for advertising or really much of anything. I pay for insurance because I required to carry it by the state. It's only good for 2 people, me and Pops, or me and my second guy. And Pops can sit there and watch us both and, like, enjoy a cigar. Mm. Cheers. Drink responsibly. I'm at home. All right, so getting closer and closer to the point where this is going to be the end of the stream, I think, but I've still got a small pile here, and I've got some things I'd like to tell you about. Like, I got to shut down the Bricksburg table. I'm going to take everything, and I'm going to do reviews on all the sets, because I found all the boxes for a lot of those sets, right? A lot of them Marvel stuff that could really go on the channel, really go well. And then I also found I've consolidated every Mega Bloks thing, so I want to put the Battlescape table back up. I just need to kind of locate everything because it's 100 degrees in like the world right now, and in my attic, in a certain part of it where I keep all that stuff, it's definitely not holding up to the AC's potential. So I need to buy like an 8,000 BTU unit to cool the room again. That cost like $500 last time. That's going to cost me $700 or $800. I mean, Corbin, like, I think the thing is like, I get the strife. Like, people don't get it because they don't live through, like, hey, you screwed up your car, and then what's your options here? Well, you can pay $1,500 or you can pay $500 and fix it yourself. That's all I'm saying. Like, I've gotten to that point where that's the only way I can operate. I can't like ask a car agency to fix something, so I'm just going to fix it myself. And for the record, there's nothing wrong with being self-sufficient. Actually, it's probably one of the better things that I've learned from the world. But sciatica, back problems, there's a lot of things that contribute to me not liking the idea of that. But no, if you have access, you have the time, you have the energy. If you're young, you don't have anything to do, or if you're old and you ain't got nothing to do, just do what you love. Like, I think, like, here's the problem with the world, right? People are worried that you're going to criticize them about something you care about, right? And I'm going to be real. If it's something you care about, don't worry about the criticism. God dang, I got like a hair in my mouth. Hold on. Ugh, God, all right. Anyway, it's like I knew it wouldn't be a huge leap to talk about Lego, right? But the one thing about, like, people I know who watch the channel, like, there's something about the way I do things and something that I do that's notable in them. And I think a lot of it has to do with the idea that people think that I spend a lot of time on this stuff. I really don't. It's like 15 minutes on the toilet hanging out, boom, 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 and then you guys get a video. It's actually kind of convenient for me because it relaxes me a whole lot. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect system, and it has to change at some point, but it is, as they say, a thing that happens, not what it is. It's just a thing that happens. It's not like it's intentional. It's just how I operate as a person, I think. And that's okay. People so ashamed to be like, yeah, man, my poop don't stink. What's up? I'm better than you, right? And I'm like, what? It's like, what? Do you even know what you're saying, man? Like, that just seems like, I don't know, like the opposite of what people and the world needs right now. It's cool. Look, it's cool, right? It's what it is. Just bring this all in here. Hold on, I'm almost done here, I can tell you. Also, definitely need to take a shower, which is my next place to go. because it's 100 and something degrees outside, if you're wondering, and it kind of does not help you when you want to sweat. You know, it's like, hey, put some deodorant on. I'm like, I put deodorant on, bro. Like, shut up. It's 100 degrees outside. Like, I was like, I want you to go outside for 10 minutes and come back in, and we're gonna wipe all the sweat off you, see how much sweat you got, right? And that's exactly what happened. The dude walked out, boom, boom, yeah, sweat off his brow. Look, bro, just don't be a jerk about it. Everyone's sweating out there. Your just sweat is not so bad because all you eat is kale. That's okay. By the way, if you knew the guy, that's a good joke. But I think he eats more than just kale. He eats more than that. It's not about that. Anyway, it's about farts. I think the problem is like Corbin, okay, here's how you do it, okay? You wait. You can't you buy it like if you bought that for $40, right? It's fine, okay? But like if you wait, what happens? You get the things that you want, right? At least that's the idea. Remember, isn't there this famous saying? All good things come to those who wait, right? I mean, I think the problem is like, I'm also very mobile. I'm very close to a lot of stores. I think there's something on the end of 10 Walmarts in my area, and I could actually expand that to 20 if I go like more than 15 minutes out of my like regular city limits. But for the most part, I find these like in the rich people area. So if there's like an affluent area around you where like there's a Walmart or a Target, right? That's where you're gonna find them first. Okay. See, like rich areas are like this. Okay, they're like, hey, people are really buying this $40 Avengers set that we didn't think we could sell for $40. Right? What are we doing? Right? And then all of a sudden, it's like, hey, let's send all of it there so everyone can have it, and like no one's like upset about it. Okay. And then on top of all of that, we're there, okay? We got it. Boom. Everything's good. Now, what they did is they overestimated the stock for one area. They figured we got these amount of people, we'll send these amount of toys to this amount of area. And so what happens is like eventually, especially in my stores around here, because like I have what's called a mixed income kind of area where like here's the store. Up here, there's like really rich people homes. But down here, it's Midtown. It's like not expensive homes at all. So like a Goldilocks zone is a good thing to have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of elements to it. Also, like, I don't live in a particularly like busy, crazy, like metropolitan city. I do know that like like people in big cities do get deals like this. Just they're more vigilant than I am, and or they're like what do you call it? They're the people who buy things for what you call it for consignments or whatever. Yeah. That's usually where I get that from, people. And I know a guy around here who buys things up for consignment. So yeah, dude, Corbin, like I said, you just, I don't know, like you gotta like figure it the best way you possibly can, and put the time and effort to finding things. That makes a big difference. So funny enough, when I was younger, I used to work in a satellite town called Clayton, and I used to drive like 40 minutes home every night. I got paid well to do it, but the whole thing is like I actually got a lot of the Lego sets doing that I've talked about on the show here. And the whole point of that is like, okay, wow, cool. That's weird. I don't care. Anyway, I finished the set. Here's the set. They're trying to tell me that I can lay this down and roll him around for some reason, and that's fine. I just like don't really care. Let's see. And then once again, get one of these small bags. Save the bag, the bricks. Save anything you can from the original set. Collectors like that when you try to resell things. Or just keep it sealed. And sealed people are completely different beasts to me. I don't think I could buy a Lego set and not unseal it. So. All right. Now, in the box goes that paper packet, and the instructions. And tomorrow when I come to do a video, I'm going to say clearance season, and then it's going to be this set. So, yeah. Now, if you're interested in some of the older things that I have, the one thing I always wanted as a kid was a good castle. So, I have this guy. And I got to put this together, or back together, I should say, because I definitely put it together when I bought it. But yeah, this is from a few years back. It's, what is it, 2021, right? 5 years ago. And it's hard, it's not easy to fit that in there. So. That was 20, right? Yeah, the bigger marble sets that I put up recently, this guy was 41 at Walmart, and this guy was about 50 at. I think I bought it at another Walmart. No, it was at Target, I think. I don't know. Like, I'm not like brand loyal or anything. You have that castle? Nice. You want to get the new one, man? Dude, that new one looks pretty good, actually. It's got like the horse shields and stuff. I like that. It's cool. But yeah, just to reiterate the idea that like I either need to spin this channel off or just do what I do normally, and people are just gonna accept it. Because I don't know if I have the energy to do like another channel having like music from a band on one that no one listens to, and then like, you know, videos from when I was collecting video games a lot. But yeah, if you'd like to see my older work, it's called Oak City Gamers, at Oak City Gamers. You want to see Metal Sonic? Yeah, there you go. I mean, he's pretty good. Also, he's what do you call it? Hold on. He's got some metallics on him, you know. He's pretty cool looking. See how like he's got like silver paint? Yeah. Yeah. You know, like here's the thing about figs. Like I gotta tell you, like anytime that there's something that's like a specific mold, right? They're not gonna make it forever. So if you think that this Metal Sonic is going to come back, and when it does, if it does, it'll be a regular minifigure head with like a hairpiece. Anytime it's a big head or any of that stuff, it's always like limited on their end. They're not going to put the time and effort into like stuff they don't like, especially now. Like this is selling on clearance because everyone who got like the first one wanted Sonic stuff for like the first set, like the Green Hill Zone set, which I couldn't afford. I also didn't have the money for it at the time. You know, and when I had gotten money back, I actually like had to buy a bunch of tools. So that's how I guess the course of the channel was like, hey, I got to do this and that. I was looking for a place to tell stories, drink beer, show my art off, talk about my hobbies. So, and then you're not subscribing to a Lego channel when you come here. You're subscribing to like an almost everything channel. You know, like I have opinions on a lot of things, and if you ask me a question, I'll tell you my opinion. I don't lie to people. I think the worst part is like people are going to placate others and say, hey, this is actually a really good thing. This is something you should think about. This is something important. And really it's not. Like what's important is what you want, right? You only have this one life to live. If you walk away at the end of your life and say, I didn't do enough, then it's your fault. And that's on you. That's not on me, right? I didn't cause like strife or idiocy to exist in the world. It just does. And I've been the victim of it. I've also been the perpetrator of idiocy and stupidity. So, If that doesn't work for anybody like perfectly, it's not a perfect answer. Life isn't perfect. But until I'm dead, I will definitely buy Lego sets, and I will enjoy the living crap out of putting them together because they make me, I don't know, they make me calm. They make me feel better. And sharing that with people is, a gift from me to anybody who is willing to sit there and listen to me jaggle on about anything, really. Uh, and in return, typically I get a gift back of people who walk and talk and, watch things. And like Corbin, thanks for watching, man. I really do appreciate that. It's a gift, right? Like you talk to me, that's a gift. Uh, I'm 6'6". People like don't gravitate towards me, right? Like they kind of like avoid me because I'm a huge person, like a big, huge person. And most people are like 5'6", 5'7". They don't want to deal with someone who's like literally getting like a foot taller than them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a scary person because I've actually done as much good as I possibly can in the world without ever having to get into a fight again. After 20 years, it's been probably the best years of my life. Don't get into fights. Just figure a way forward. And if you got to fight, fight for what you believe in. Fight for what's important. Fight for the things that make people fight for things. You know what I'm saying? Well, Corbin, the one thing I can tell you about short people is one of my best friends. He's like 5'6", and so if I'm 6'6" and he's exactly 1 foot shorter than me, that means like I'm like a whole head ahead, right? Like I have a big head on top, and so like his head kind of comes up to my neck area, and like he gives me a hug. He gives me like these huge bear hugs, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna hurt my back. And I remember one time he picks me up, or he tries to pick me up, and I was like, dude, you can't pick me up. And he's like, I'm going to pick you up. I was like, dude, you're going to hurt your back. He's like, yeah, I definitely hurt my back. But the one thing I can tell you about me and him, the one thing we have in common is, like, it's hard for us to find clothes. He talks about, like, man, if I could just go buy a men's shirt in small, I'd be happy. But essentially, I told him, just go buy a men's large. And he's like, why? I was like, because eventually you're going to have a big fat belly because you drink too much beer. Cheers. I think that day I gave him one of my hand-me-downs. And he realized that, like, one of my shirts was probably the best thing for him because he puts this thing on. And it goes like halfway between his crotch and his like knees, right? And he's like, dude, why do I look so good? I was like, dude, it's because you're wearing a gigantic oversized shirt. And the one thing I can tell you about growing up fat is a gigantic oversized shirt gives you more confidence than you could ever understand. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. Why do you think like girls, like if you're in a relationship with a girl, right, and she puts on one of these sleep shirts, right, why do you think she's confident that you're still gonna like try to like say what's up? I mean, she's confident. She's like, yeah, dude, she loves the fact that it's like I have your shirt on. It's like, what? I was like, where did you buy that? She's like, I have your shirt on. I was like, so let me get this straight, you're wearing my shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing your shirt. Am I going to get the shirt back? No, you're not going to get the shirt back. It's cool, right? Like interpersonal and human dynamics has been like kind of a bane of my existence for a long time. I really don't understand people, right? Like when I'm driving through a parking lot, right? And I'm on the right-hand side and someone's like plowing down the lane, like down the center, right? Just trying to like figure it out, right? And I'm like, I honk at them and they flick me off and I'm like, dude, I'm on my side. Why are you not on your side, right? Like, cool. It's like, wow, that's very helpful. Thank you for that. It wasn't helpful, nor was it cool. I think sarcasm is pretty much a given around here, so. But, yeah. I do have the video out on the clearance Marvel set. So if anyone's out there looking to see my thoughts on this, it's literally Thanos riding an Infinity Gauntlet. Now, I actually have a new. I said this set didn't come with Thor, but the other thing that bugs me is this set doesn't have an Infinity Gauntlet on Thanos. They could have put it's Endgame. He has a gauntlet in Endgame. I just watched it the other day. Sorry, I'm not trying to nitpick things here, but apparently it just happens. So, but no, anybody have any questions before I go? I've been hanging out. I think about 2 hours, hour and a half, somewhere in there. So, if you got a question, Corbin, I'm fielding all the Q&A right now. Let's go for it. Yeah, the one thing he's famous. Literally, the one thing I grew up. I actually have an Infinity Gauntlet #1 somewhere, signed by someone who did something on it. I was a Comic-Con kid. Comic-Con was the thing, right? And then one day, Comic-Con wasn't about comics anymore. It was about, everything else, I don't know, the local Comic-Con's not bad. We have one called, it's called, Fantasy Con for, D&D and, Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter nerds, which is cool. I've been to one around here. Also, here's something that happens to me. I don't know if you know this. If you put out videos on YouTube, right, and you don't realize that it works locally, right? People get your local stuff soon, first, right? And it's always been part of the algorithm. So if you went to California and did a video in California, if you traveled, it would actually help the algorithm spread it everywhere. It's gotten a little bit better about it, but where I'm going with this is it was probably a couple years into Oak City Gamers I got recognized, right? And then the other day, someone I was talking to someone in the aisle at the Target where I bought this, okay? And I said to him, yeah, man, it's pretty cool, blah, 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 right? Because I use a higher pitched voice. I don't do this. So, I'm not hey, man, that's a pretty cool set, I don't, walk around doing, the movie guy voice. And he goes, man, you sound familiar. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you sound like this guy. And he says, Seth Rogen. And I was like, well, I'm not Seth Rogen, right? And he goes, you sound like this other guy who sounds like Seth Rogen. And he starts trying to figure out the name, and I'm dreading the idea he's gonna say True Acolyte, and he fucking does. So I was like, no, I think I've seen that guy. I try to play it off. I don't want to be I don't know, notice me. I already stick out like a sore thumb, to be real. But no, that's the last time someone was I was literally in the thrift store, and someone walked up to me and said, hey, I really like what you do on YouTube. I wish you'd do more of it. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it was a cool little interaction, but it was he didn't hang out or talk on the stream. He just was a fan. He had watched the stuff or whatever. So it's hard to gauge what happens here on YouTube in regular people's minds. But cheers. And then I remember, here's the thing about the way I speak. I have pretty bad nasal drip. I have pretty bad nasal drip. So occasionally I'll be when I say words or, right, it's kind of guttural. It's at the top. It's at the top of the guttural spectrum. It's near my nose. It's not down in my throat. But I told someone, he said, why does it sound like you're gurgling every once in a while? And I said, because I'm basically choking on my own sinus liquids. And then I said to him, he was like, oh, okay, I got you, right? And try to explain the idea. I said, hey, I just got a bottle of Flonase, so it's getting better, right? Which is why, you guys don't get that much of it anymore, because I'm back on the Flonase. I just couldn't afford, any medicine for a little bit, so. Well, I mean, he is famous for it, Corbin. I'm going to tell you, that's why he's riding I'm Thanos. Talk to the hand. Where's his helmet? Where's his helm? Met. Helmet. There you go. All right. I'm Thanos. I'm the man. Talk to the hand. I'm Thanos. Yeah. I'm Thanos. I'm gonna pick up Metal Sonic. Ow. I can't catch him. I'm Thanos. Yeah, this Thanos set does come with a pretty decent plane. It reminds me a lot of. Hold on, I got it right here. This plane from that set. Hey, what's up to Adrian? How you been? To Adrian. He's a guy, he's from Jamaica. He talks about tools and stuff. He's really cool. But yeah, it reminds me of that a little bit. Anyway. Yeah, to Adrian, I don't have much longer. I'm going to be on, but it's good to see you again. Sorry I haven't been talking about tools lately. People love tools. People love Legos. I love Legos. And I'm also trying to, like, figure it all out. Oh, your baby was born. I remember you said you was gonna have one. Dude, boy, girl, what's up? What's the name of it? You got a first name so I can shout out your baby. Actually, just shout out to Adrian's baby. Like just beginning, bro. A little girl, nice. Shout out to Adrian's little girl. I hope she has a wonderful life. I mean, I hope the Adrian's gonna have a wonderful life. He's got plenty of time, man. He's building stuff. He makes desks, tools. Daniela, that's a good name. Daniela, that's a good name, yo. Holy crap. I would have never thought of that name. Man, am I losing my imagination? Man, I must be, because I already lost imagination. Now I'm trying to find my imagination. That's right. That's two words. Imagination and imagination. Anyway, the only thing I need is some sort of sparking fire device here. And then I can dedicate a delicious hit of ganja to the man, the myth, the legend, Adrian. So, if anyone's wondering, here's my short list of stuff I buy for Lego, right? Trains, always buy trains. If you never buy and open them, buy the train or whatever, you're in a place where you can buy stuff, okay? Buy trains. If you don't open it, that's a great thing, because trains are for nerds. I have 2 trains. I want to get more. Anything on clearance, anything that no one wanted, because eventually those things will come back around because no one collected them, because no one wanted them, and you'll be the only one who has them, like Cars 2 sets, and now everyone's like, man, that's a great set. Where'd you get that set? Shit's like this, right? I told someone once, I play the long game, right? Life is a long game, right? If you treat it like a short game, right, it might become a long game, and then what are you going to do? You'd be like, man, I'm only going to live to be 20, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what? Now you're 38. What are you doing with your life, bro? You know, and I've told people this, right? Because I know a lot of dudes like this. It's like, hey, if you've gotten this far and you're still alive, you have one good instinct. The instinct that keeps you from killing yourself. Yeah, Adrian he's Jamaican. He's an amazing dude. He's very, very nice, very cool. He's kind of quiet. It's okay. But like everything in the world, I keep telling him, you gotta yell at the world sometimes to get your point across. You know, you can't be the quiet voice in the room. You gotta be the loud majority, speaking for yourself instead of anybody else. And we're gonna get there eventually, right? I think the problem is there's just not enough of the love happening anymore. I think there's a lot of love in the world, but I think there's just not a lot a lot of it going around anymore. So, but that's changing because what's happening is like, this whole global community thing doesn't work unless the global community is a local community first. So, yeah, it's like I buy like my supplies, and sometimes I get discounts because people take care of me, and I love them. They're awesome. Shout out to Savvy. I'm just saying, like, people out there frequently interested in what you're after and help you with it. You just don't notice it sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna say congratulations to Adrian, right? It has to start from within. Yeah, congratulations. You got like a little baby girl. Yeah, diamonds. It does have to start within. But like you're the diamonds guy, right? So you have to understand that the outside has to be kind of polished, like so that the light on the inside refracts in the way that makes things work. You get what I'm saying? Like diamond cut is like a word for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I've got not just this creator castle. I've got the big old. I've got a bunch of castle, like small castle sets. I've got probably a couple of wolf guys from back in the day. I've got some like Robin Hood sets I got to put back together. So that's coming, and then here we've got the green dragon here. And at some point in my thrift journeys, I did pick up the majority of a red dragon. So we've got. I just need to get wings and a little tip for the tail. By the way, that just came out in a set recently. I think the Venom set uses these two pieces. So that friggin' piece just went down in price by like a lot. So yeah, I've got kind of your green shields, like medieval stuff coming. I've got the classic stuff. Also got like a whole bunch of sets I have to put back together. And then yes, I'm gonna have a bong rip of some dope green. It's legal here, well, mostly. And I think the funny part is, like, if I took the hits on stream, people would be like, "Whoa, what the man?" But I think the sound will work just good enough, and it'll be what I do before I say goodbye, because I really want to take a shower, want to fall asleep. It's almost 9 o'clock. It tells you where I'm at in my life. I'm working way too much, and I'm not thinking about myself enough. I'm pushing too hard, and I just need to like stop. I need to like chill out. I need to make the money up, and I have the money up to take a week off. But like people's problems don't supersede my need to go and say, "Hey, I need a week off." Thanos, I need the week off, and he's like, "Bro, you got to do this for me." Well, you do have the weird gauntlet thing. Oh my god. Is that Captain? Delicious American food cuisine. I also need to do that a little bit more. Okay, like just have fun with the Lego again, because like I think the last good video I did was like, oh hey, be careful there. That's a speed bump or something. It's like and then like guitar hits him. I try not to remember or repeat ideas. Like also like the idea of like if I think it's like new enough, not new, like brand new every day. It's like new enough, or it's like a new set, or it's a new thing, and it's the same old me. It's fine. But I can't just be like I can't be like the soulless shill of a YouTuber who's like like, check out this Marvel or Lego kindly sent me over the Marvel set for $40. Why is this $40? Does this make you to like feel better when you pay $40 for this? It's a good question. Anyway, I'm out of cheers, but I'm going to say happy 420. Oh yeah. Now, if you don't know, this is a Toyota Supra. And it's the one thing that Thanos has been eyeballing on the table since he got here. And since the big fig version won't fit in here, let's go for the minifig. Yeah, there you go. I'm Thanos. I'm fast and furious. Furious. You, Miles. Screw you, Sonic. I'm Captain America. There we go. We're done. All right. Look, I'm Captain America. I'm a dragon. Anyway. Look, I got stuff to do tomorrow. I've slowed down a bit. One a day is the least I can possibly do for people who actually watch. And I guess that's 50 to 75. And you guys are all right. I think the problem isn't me. The problem isn't you. It's YouTube. I think YouTube has like a particular hard-on for, people who are up and coming. You need to prove yourself constantly. But I don't think it's true. I think what happens is like your level, your tier of stuff gets flooded with like crap because someone found a new scam or some new idea, and then you suffer for it. This is why I advocate for a society where everyone can get paid properly. Because someone asked me once, how do you solve crime? I was like, pay people the right money. Pay people good money. That's it. Because when people aren't desperate for money, what do? They enjoy themselves. They go on vacations. They buy Lego. Oh, it's basic capitalism at its best. It's actually like the capitalism that we used to like have in the country, which is like we care about the worker, right? It was like it's not communism if it's capitalism by proxy, right? Capitalism by proxy means like compassionate stuff. What'd you say, Corbin? You all right? I'm not really that political, but like I grew up like in the house like we. Yeah. Well, so I grew up. My dad worked at IBM for like 35 years or something. 35, 45, 35. He didn't hit 50. My point is like IBM used to be the biggest, best country or the best computer company in this entire country. Now it's like GE, like the biggest. General Electric is owned by a Chinese consortium of stuff. And I'm not saying I'm not anti-Chinese particularly, because like I know that a friend of mine has been to Japan and China, and they've been to China. It's like everything they tell you isn't a perfect story of it, right? Like, yes, there is some of these things. No, there isn't some of these things. Like actually things are pretty decent out there. And I've always wanted to go just like be a DJ out there. He was like, dude, I can get you a job out in China right now for like $10,000 a month. And I was like, dude, I'm not gonna just pack up everything that I own, everyone I love. I'm not gonna like leave everyone here. I'm not gonna leave my family. Because I can tell you the truth about my existence. Your thing keeps glitching and typing and it's hey, this is like my life, right? Like I have no choice but to sit here and take care of my family because they're worthless without me, and that's okay. Actually, like I'm okay with the idea of bringing worth to my entire family. I think sometimes the problem is it's like I'm underappreciated, just like every kind of like father figure in every family. It's like everyone hates God until God does something good for them. I mean, like, that's the metaphor there, right? Like, it's not real. I'm not God or anything. I just can, like, I was gifted enough to be able to fix pretty much anything that anyone has. Except for the way I can talk to people, which is, like, that's part of my problem, Corbin. Like, I'm blunt. I'm to the point. I tell people the truth 98% of the time. I think there was one time I maybe said it'll all be okay, and then I regretted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, and that wasn't in like I lost money on a job, right? That was like I remember saying to someone, and then life or death happened. You know what I'm saying? Look, I know for a fact that life ain't perfect, but and if someone's like, man, this guy lives in his fucking ivory tower, blah blah blah, then you don't know me, because every time I have a problem with my truck, you know what I do? I fix it myself. I don't pay a mechanic $80 an hour. I save the $80 an hour because I'm too stubborn to pay money for something I know I can do myself. And that's because Pops taught me everything I know. Pops grew up just out the Great Depression, learned to take cars and things apart, put it all back together. When I was a kid, me and my brother got in fights a lot because I used to take his toys apart. Like he bought or he had gotten like a GI Joe boat for like Christmas, and I took it all apart, right? Because I wanted to see how it worked, right? And also I was pissed at him because he was a jerk. He wouldn't let me mess with it. He wouldn't let me check it out, right? Anyway, he wouldn't share. Also, why I'm not a Nintendo fan really to this day, because we got the Nintendo, the two of us, right? And then by June of the next year, he had like taken it and put it in his room, and I could never play it again. He's like, dude, you love the Intellivision and the Atari, so those are still down there, but I'm taking this upstairs because I'm buying games with my own money, right? And basically, this is a theme in my life, and I'm not like harping on it, and no one's really listening. There's only two people here. It's me and someone else. And if it's Corbin, I appreciate you hanging out, but like, when I was growing up, there was only two of us. My brother resented me because I was the young one. I resented him because I thought he had all the answers, and he never gave me a single fucking answer. And the whole point is like, I still don't talk to him much, and he's fine by himself. He'd rather be completely and honestly self-sufficient, and I'm okay with that. And it's something I almost like kind of aspire to, right? I'd like to be like that too, but I gotta be real. Like, I take care of my mom and dad. It's not for them, it's for me, right? It's because I love them. They got me through every moment of my like worst times. My mom and dad, right? Like my baby's mama is one of my best friends, right? I took a lot of flack for letting her live here and basically having a loveless existence with her in some ways, but like she was also like a hyper bitch when I first met her, and like I'm gonna tell you right now, she's a lot more like me than she used to be, because she used to be like, fuck you, what the fuck, you know, blah blah blah, I'm not gonna help you, yeah, right? And then like eventually she was like, got enough people said that same thing to her, and I was like always there saying, no, I'll take care of it, it's okay. Hey, if it's someone else, it's a couple people, like they drop in, they pop out, or they're like, this is a static image. This could be like AI, but it's not. I guarantee you, I always tag you. Everything I do is not AI. It's like I'm a real person. This is not a faceless YouTube channel. What? I didn't even give you all my good side. Anyway. Look, the whole joke is like, someone asked me once if I was trying to be famous, and I said, well, I'd rather be famous than some amalgamation of people's ideas that decides who I am by what I do, right? I wouldn't never want to be actually famous. I'd actually just like to make money that pays me for my talents in the right amount and live a good life. But I'm going to tell you right now, the system is designed to suck every dollar out of it, for profit. And the only reason I still enjoy the life I lived growing up in the 80s and 90s is because I buy everything on what? or at a thrift store. That's from a thrift store. I'm missing the wings, but I am happy to have the majority of this dragon. Look up this piece. Someone wants to figure out how much this piece costs. It's only from like one set. That's my point. Also, where's that? But no, look, I'm gonna go take an ultra hot shower. Like it's 140 degrees out the tap. When I let it run for about 10 minutes, because I'm gonna tell you how it goes. When you have like 2 weeks worth of grease ingrained, you can't get your hands clean. It's like Macbeth levels of scrubbing. It's not fun. It's not cool. Okay, I basically just need to have like the hottest shower possible. Then all of the epidurals will just like peel off. Right? You do that 3 or 4 times in a row. I did get the truck fixed. I got all the parts gotten away. I got dude. We made $30, but like I lost $30 because Pops needed a mirror or something for the passenger side of his truck. Because Randall, one of my family friends and one of my brothers, I've had like several brothers who lived here. Some of them I talk to them, some of them don't anymore. Just people. Tried their best. Some of them didn't achieve it. Some of them are still trying. Anyway, I'm going to throw this one out at people. Okay? When I was in my 20s, I was a rapper. Okay? 19, 20, 21, I was a rapper. You know, make music. And that kind of satiated a need for me to want to make rock music, okay? So eventually, rock music became something I tried to do, and there is that channel. It's called at Goondock Saints, or at the Goondock Saints, THE Goondock Saints, or whatever. Just look up Goondock Saints, okay? Actually, here, I can just fucking. So I have 2 channels that I kind of tout to people. Like, here is like one of the best moments of my life. It's the Goondock Saints, right? Like here. Hi. There's music on there. That's like 4 songs from an album of 8. I have 7 other songs that are half developed and half done. I've got Oak City Gamers, right? Hold on, wait. While I'm here, I might as well drop a like, right? You know, like, put the like on it. Also, Corbin, it's the other thing about my life, right? Like, it's like, you kind of have to, like, compartmentalize things when you go after YouTube, right? Like, it's like, we had Oak City Gamers, and then at some point, we were trying to do streams on there, and they wouldn't promote our streams, so we started our own channel called Oak City Streamers, right? Which died because by the time they integrated everything back, it was fun, right? YouTube behind and figuring it out, and it's awkward, it's messed up. Anyway, so the Goondock Saints, and then I have Oak City Gamers, right? That's me, my buddy Joel, and my buddy Chad. I used kind of like a regular name for me at the time. People called me Matt at the time. But I've gone through Ed, I've gone through Matt, I've gone through someone when I was young called me Medi, and people are calling me Medi again, which is fine. But hi, there's the other guy. That's both of my channels. Just said hi in here. So if you're looking for like long-term, longer form, I will make it here. I'm just saying that I have to recognize and tell people that, like, I've been in this game long enough to know that, like, you have to pick one and then get from one place to another. If I was going to stream games or something, it would be on Oak City Gamers, because that's got 600 subscribers already, 650. I have 2,250 on track light, which I just realized is something new. I did not know that that was it. Yeah, and Girl Circling is the name of a channel that I like. It was originally called like Flower Moonchild or something, and then I had to like recover it. It's hey, we've changed everything on Gmail. Please redo this email. And so the only thing I could think of at the time was my friend Phil Torpin. Check out Phil Torpin. He's a great video game guy. And I trolled him for a little bit on that account, and then now we're over it. It was fun while it lasted, but like YouTube it's not about petty BS. It's about being yourself, being awesome. Anyway, so look, if anyone's got anything else to say, just go ahead and say it, because I'm gonna set a timer. Here, boom, timer. Where's the timer? Timer. An hour. No. An hour. We're doing. Dang it! Come on. 2 minutes till I lift off. Get out. So, anyone's got a question? Say goodbye. Say whatever you'd like. Yes, that is my bong. I know I need to clean it. Relax. It's actually not that dirty. It's okay. So yeah, anybody want to say anything before I go? That's the timer for it, and I've got a dragon looking at you side eye. So I guess coming up at some point, we have 1 minute and 13 left. I will probably talk about this this Disney Little Mermaid set in the near future. I hope it is by my feet. I will do a video on the Sonic the Hedgehog set that I did tonight, and I will do at least. One video for each of these Super Marios that clearance season. I've got on clearance season. Clearance season. And I've already done a video on this one, but I think I want to do like a video with like a couple of like other things with it. I don't know. Maybe I can like mix and match a couple of cool ideas together. Why is this so heavy? Oh, dang! That's why. Never mind. So. Yeah, we'll have more Speed Champions. Not this. I've already done videos. You're going to have to figure that one out. I'm working on that Speed Champions list. So, yeah, at some point I'll do that one. And I'll do the Super Mario stuff that I've been finding. Clearance season! It's 12:47. It's clearly time to go. Well, it's 12:47 somewhere. Actually, it's 8:37 here, so I'll catch everyone later. Thanks for hanging out, talking. I appreciate everyone who ever shows up and does anything to engage the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and bye, Corbin. Subscribe!